Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart: getting better, more restorative sleep. We've all been there, tossing and turning, our minds racing when all we want is to drift off peacefully. But what if I told you that a familiar green powder, combined with a powerful amino acid, could be your new secret weapon for relaxation? That's right. We're talking about combining matcha with L-Theanine. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, matcha has caffeine. How can that possibly help with sleep? And that's a great question. It seems counterintuitive, but the magic of matcha lies in its unique composition. Unlike coffee, which can give you that jittery, anxious buzz, matcha contains a significant amount of an amino acid called L-Theanine. This amazing compound is what gives matcha its famous calm alert effect. It promotes relaxation without drowsiness, reduces stress, and actually smooths out the effects of caffeine. So, matcha on its own is already a fantastic beverage for daytime focus and a gentle mood boost. But when we want to specifically target relaxation and prime our bodies for a good night's sleep, we can supercharge its effects by adding a little extra L-Theanine. This combination can help quiet a busy mind, ease the day's tension, and prepare you for deep, restful slumber. It's not about knocking you out like a sleeping pill. It's about creating a state of serene tranquility that allows sleep to come naturally. Let's break down the science just a little bit. L-Theanine works by increasing the production of certain neurotransmitters in your brain, like GABA, serotonin, and dopamine. GABA is particularly important here, as it's an inhibitory neurotransmitter that helps to calm down neural activity. Think of it as putting the brakes on a racing mind. This increase in calming brain chemicals, coupled with a boost in alpha brain waves, the same brain waves you experience during meditation, is what creates that profound sense of relaxation. When you consume matcha, you're already getting a dose of this. But by supplementing with additional L-Theanine in the evening, you're essentially amplifying this calming effect, while the caffeine from the matcha has long since worn off if you've had it earlier in the day. Or, if you're making a special evening drink, we'll use a tiny amount of matcha for flavor and health benefits, but the star of the show will be the extra L-Theanine. So, how do we actually do this? It's incredibly simple. I'm going to share my favorite evening ritual, my sleepy time matcha latte recipe. It's warm, comforting, and designed specifically to help you unwind. First, let's gather our ingredients. You'll need about half a teaspoon of high-quality, ceremonial-grade matcha. We're using a smaller amount than a typical morning matcha, just enough for the flavor and antioxidant benefits without too much caffeine. Next, you'll need your L-Theanine supplement. This usually comes in powder or capsule form. I prefer the powder for easy mixing, but you can simply open up a capsule if that's what you have. A typical dose for relaxation is around 100 to 200 milligrams. It's just always a good idea to start with a lower dose to see how your body responds and consult with a healthcare professional, especially if you have any existing health conditions. You'll also need about a cup of your favorite plant-based milk. I love using oat milk or almond milk because they get really creamy and frothy. Finally, you might want a natural sweetener, like a touch of maple syrup or a few drops of stevia, but this is completely optional. Sometimes I add a tiny pinch of cinnamon or nutmeg for extra warmth and flavor. Now, let's put it all together. Start by gently warming your milk in a small saucepan on the stove. You want it to be warm, not boiling. While the milk is heating, put your half teaspoon of matcha powder and your dose of L-Theanine powder into your favorite mug. Add just a splash of hot water, not boiling, and use a bamboo whisk or a small electric frother to whisk it into a smooth, lump-free paste. This step is key to avoiding clumps in your final drink. Once your milk is warm, you can froth it. If you have a milk frother, now is the time to use it to get that beautiful, airy foam. If you don't have one, no worries. You can carefully pour the warm milk into a blender and blend for about 20 seconds, or even just shake it vigorously in a sealed jar. The goal is just to incorporate some air to make it light and creamy. Now for the final step. Slowly pour the frothed warm milk over the matcha and L-theanine paste in your mug. If you're using a sweetener or any spices, this is the time to stir them in. Give it a gentle stir to combine everything, and there you have it. Your very own sleepy time matcha latte. It's a beautiful, pale green, creamy, and deeply calming beverage. The ideal time to enjoy this drink is about 60 to 90 minutes before you plan to go to bed. This gives the L-theanine enough time to work its magic, helping to quiet your thoughts and relax your body. Make it a part of your wind-down routine. Maybe you can pair it with reading a book, journaling, or some gentle stretching. The act of preparing the drink itself can become a mindful, relaxing ritual. I found this to be a total game changer for my sleep quality. On nights when my mind feels particularly cluttered or I feel a bit of lingering stress from the day, this blend helps me transition into a state of restfulness much more easily. I wake up feeling more refreshed and clear-headed, without any of the grogginess that can come with other sleep aids. It's important to remember that quality matters, both for your matcha and your L-theanine. Look for ceremonial-grade matcha, as it has a higher concentration of L-theanine and a smoother flavor. For your L-theanine supplement, choose a reputable brand that provides third-party testing to ensure purity and potency. This evening ritual is more than just a drink. It's an act of self-care. It's about signaling to your body and mind that the day is done, and it's time to rest and recharge. In our fast-paced world, creating these small moments of intentional calm can have a massive impact on our overall well-being. So, instead of scrolling on your phone before bed, try crafting this soothing latte and see how you feel. I'd love to hear if you try this out for yourself. What's your go-to evening ritual for better sleep? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's create a community around prioritizing rest and finding natural ways to support our health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more wellness tips and healthy recipes. Thanks so much for watching and sweet dreams.